Claire, that was a quick one. Let's go, Claire.
I know I had, oh, sorry, I turned my camera off. I
Mhm.
know I had the other one in there, but a burning one, I doing on my social media. How do I update my chat GPT? So I created one for my social media content, but I want to add another couple of rules to it. And when I go in there, I can't seem to find where I pop more information.
Oh, into custom GPT, you mean?
Yes.
Awesome. Okay, great. So those of you who are creating custom GPTs or custom gems, which is Gemini's version of custom GPTs, there is a way that you can actually edit those GPTs. You can edit the instructions, and you will find you will need to constantly do that. If the output starts coming out in a way that you want to adapt or evolve or make different, actually it's very common to regularly update your bots, particularly when you have bots. I call them bots. We're talking GPTs and gems here, particularly when they are ones that are replicating how you speak, how you write, your content creation. So most of you will have had, if you've been in any of my training before, a content creation bot version of you, a custom gem. If not, inside the Legends Lab dashboard, there is a course in there called Sarah's Custom GPTs, Prompts and Instructions. You'll find the instructions in there, but you will find also the full training for the content creation bot in the workshop called Social Media Marketing 2026 that's on your dashboard. But you need to be updating those ones that are speaking and writing like you. If you have been doing, for instance, any webinars, workshops, longer form videos, if you've written lots of blog content, if you had any consultations that you've got the transcripts for, what I do is usually after I've run a workshop or I've run some kind of webinar, actually I've just noted, oh yes, my note taker is here in Otter right now. I take the transcript from Otter and I actually paste it into those GPTs and say, here is a workshop I delivered today. Please remember all of this information. If it was a consult with a client, I will take, again, all of the pertinent information out from the transcript, paste it in, say, here was a consult I had with a client today. Please remember everything I said, or the way I answered the questions, the way I answered and guided and consulted this particular individual, so that you can know and translate, again, how I talk, how I answer questions. This is how you keep your GPTs and your bots continuously updated with your knowledge, your systems, your methodologies, the way you answer your questions. So how do you do that? Glad you asked. Now, those of you using ChatGPT, let me just pull my ChatGPT page over here. I have to use two different browsers because for some reason my ChatGPT doesn't work in Chrome, and even as a tech person, I cannot troubleshoot it. Over here, by the way, can you see here? Look, here's a great example of how I use ChatGPT for images today. It's bigger for you. I've actually put a new template on your dashboard today, which you're going to hear about in a second. And I made the thumbnail for the course that's going on your dashboard in ChatGPT with a simple prompt. Create a course thumbnail for me, and it needs to be this size. Anyway, that was just a little by the way. This is how you edit your custom GPTs. Now, your menu may look a tiny bit different to mine because I am on the pro plan of ChatGPT, but essentially what you're going to do is you're going to scroll down your left-hand menu on ChatGPT until you find Explore GPTs. Just checking you can all see the screen, my ChatGPT screen right now. Yep, good, thank you. Where you've got GPTs, you should have this screen. You're going to click on My GPTs on the top right-hand side, and they should all come up in the middle here. So if, for instance, I've got Sarah's content creation bot here, this is the one that I've given you the exact same instructions for. You're going to click Edit. So don't actually click on the bot because all that will do is open up the chat thread. You're going to press Edit over here. And there are two ways to update the knowledge base of your bot. Now, the first one is first of all, clicking on Configure on the top area on the left-hand side here. You've got Create and you've got Configure. When you click Configure, you can scroll down, and under this knowledge section, one option, and this is the best option, is to actually upload the transcripts or the files. These can be really big files. So you might just have a master Google sheet that has all of your workshop transcripts in it. You might have another master Google sheet that's got all of your consultations in it. You might have another Google Sheet that's all of your blog posts or books that you've written. I don't know. But either way, these files can be huge. Each of these files, I believe, can take up to 100,000 words, which is basically 3 books in one. Okay, that's how big these files can be. This is the best way of updating the knowledge base in your bot because of the fact that it stays static inside the system and it can always refer through this documentation every time it's used, and it's less likely to forget it. So that's one way and my preferred way. So it might be that you do this weekly, it might be that you do it monthly. Obviously just depends on how much content you're creating and how frequently. Only you can decide how often you're going to do this task, all right? But I just press upload files. You upload the file, delete the old one if you're just uploading a fresh version that's been updated, and voila, you press save and update on the top right-hand corner. Your bot is now updated with your information. Now, the other thing that you can do, which is not as reliable, it's a bit more reliable if you are, like me, on the high paid plan. But if you're on a cheaper or a free plan, this is very unreliable. On the Pro plan, it has a much higher memory context, okay? So if you are on a paid plan, the other thing you can do is literally just copy and paste the transcript or the information in this chat window right here. So this is where I could just say, because I'm on a paid plan, here is a transcript of a call I just did. Please remember it for all future content creation. Paste, done, update. Now, again, less reliable. It can forget information that just gets put in the chat window, which is why my preferred method is just pressing upload files. Does anyone have any questions on that? Gemini, those of you using Gemini, exactly the same. Absolutely identical. Even the Gemini gem window looks and is laid out in exactly the same way.